facilitate the oversight of debt and to promote transparency and accountability of loan contracts entered into, the National Treasury should attach the contract signed against each submitted report and should not enter into any contract that does not adhere to the principles of public finance as set under the Article 201 of the Constitution. This will help us, Mr. Speaker, because for every contract that is signed, we should be able to review. The Parliament should be able to look into it. Who signed it? When was it intended for? And how is it going to help this country? On recommendation number 8.9, no later than 30 days of the end of each financial year, ministries, state departments, and implementing agencies, the MDAs, responsible for the projects for which the loans have been obtained should submit a report to the National Assembly indicating the measures taken. Mr. Speaker, this period of time, the 30 days, is going to help us so that if there was any monkey games being played, we should be able to catch it at the debt committee, and we should be able to follow it with the appropriate departments as to why the loan has been incurred and if the loan really was used for what it was supposed to be. On the recommendation number 811, as from financial year 2024-2025, at the end of the sector working group engagement, the National Treasury should submit to the National Assembly a report containing the list of potential projects for which the loan financing will be contracted, the potential creditors and the respective loan terms, so that we understand as to exactly why we are taking these loans and if these loans has actually been used and has been dispersed. And recommendation number 812, Mr. Speaker, arising from 811 above, the final list of the projects to be financed through the borrowing should be submitted to the National Assembly. All this recommendation is coming to the National Assembly so that we become the watchdogs and we become the people who can actually make sure that the money that we are taking as a nation, because our loans right now is standing about 9.6 trillion amount of shillings that we have taken as a country, but most of those are not performing loans. Some of those loans are non-performing, some of them have not been dispersed, and as a country we are truly going through a lot of we are paying a lot that we have not really incurred. 3, on committee observation number 7.1, the submitted report lack project specific information required to guide policy making and oversight, which indicates low level of transparency and accountability. Most of the loans that was taken does not actually are not transparent. It doesn't show as to when it was taken, why it was taken, and where it was used. And so this recommendation that the committee says within 30 days of signing the contract, it should be submitted to the Parliament so that they can review and understand. And also committee observation number 7.2, as per the reports, only 3 loans that it said, I've already mentioned that, was dispersed, 11%, but the rest of the almost 89% of the loans and resources, despite being signed for, remain undispersed. So I want to truly support this report of the committee, that we need to look into the loans that we take as a nation and also hold the Treasury accountable and also the department that are actually undertaking the loans, so that this country will be responsible for every loan and all the debts that we take as a nation. So I stand to support this report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. In other jurisdictions, honorable members, any loans taken by government on behalf of the state, like Ghana, are actually sanctioned by Parliament. But I think we are moving properly well. Now, next to speak on this is the Honorable Catherine Omanyo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very much in order. Next to speak on this is Honorable Catherine Omanyo. Are you ready?
Yes.
Proceed.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I really have looked into the budget, and the borrowing is haphazardly done. It's too much, and the rate at which Kenya is borrowing compared to the rate at which development is happening, there is something amiss. I even do not understand why there is no money to go to county levels to help in disaster management